Lambiase, a member of the Southeastern District Disaster Preparedness and Response. Welcome to Module 1 of the Southeastern District Disaster Planning and Preparedness Module Series. Each day we hear stories about disasters occurring throughout the world, and as Christian congregations, we can respond in many ways. However, we cannot wait for a disaster to happen. We need to take action now. Consider the ways you and your congregation can help prevent, prepare, respond, and recover from a disaster. Plan now to serve as God's loving presence as we reflect on His promise in Matthew, "I am with you always." In Module 1, you will learn how to establish lines of communication in your congregation and community. Probably the first concern one has after a disaster of any sort is everyone okay? Whether an auto accident, tornado, fire, plane crash, or hurricane, the first questions asked are, were there any fatalities or injuries? Were any of our members involved? How are they faring? And do they need any help? When complete, Module 1 of the Southeastern District's Disaster Preparedness Planning Module Series will enable you to learn the answers to those questions promptly, regardless of how the disaster may have affected your members. In assembling the information for this module, each member of the congregation is contacted for the purpose of compiling a variety of contact people and numbers for that member. The member is asked to consider whom they would call in the aftermath of a disaster to assure their friends and family of their safety. This process is also helpful for the members themselves, as it encourages them to consider how to communicate with their loved ones when traditional communication resources may not be available. The information page for each member family also contains space for noting any critical health issues that may need to be addressed in an emergency. Electricity for an oxygen supply or dialysis, for example. Collecting the information from the members of a congregation may be accomplished in a number of ways. It would be an excellent opportunity for the elders to contact each member. Such a contact would show the church's genuine concern for their welfare. Another method might be to gather in small groups for the purpose of assisting each other in assembling family emergency kits. And as a part of the preparation planning, fill out the contact sheets. Regardless of the manner collected, the process alone will start your members thinking about being prepared for a disaster. This in itself will make the task of responding less challenging. Module 1 also includes a page for local, regional, and national emergency contacts. We recommend that rather than simply paging through the phone book to fill in the blanks, members of the congregation's task force or committee visit with the appropriate contact in person, or at least over the phone. This allows for confirmation that the most appropriate person is identified and the most expeditious method of contact is recorded. An in-person contact also provides a familiarity which will be helpful if and when a call is made. You're now a known person or entity rather than one of hundreds of at-large calls. Such a contact may also lead to other helpful or even vital information to assist the congregation in developing a response plan. Having current, accurate, complete contact information at your fingertips immediately following a disaster will enable you to focus on identifying needs and speeding the necessary assistance to those in need as soon as possible. A completed Module 1 is the first step in being prepared to respond to the needs of those entrusted to your care. Once you have completed Module 1, you will be on your way to being able to respond to a disaster, and you are encouraged to complete the other 5 modules. As God's baptized people, you are Christ in action, and can serve as the presence of God by bringing the gift of hope and healing to those who may be suffering. May God bless you in this important ministry of mercy.